Hi guys, this is a quick video about failing for a traffic light. Now, this is proper disheartening if you fail for a traffic light. So if you're coming up too quickly and it goes amber and there's time to stop, then you can fail for going through it. Or if you're coming up to it and it goes amber and you're too close to it and then you slam your brakes on when you should have gone, you can fail for it. So be careful with your speed. I've had a student before not go on a green light. I had to keep that a secret for to all of her friends for the rest of my life. She didn't want anybody to know that she'd failed for that. So the obvious things about a traffic light with just the standard stuff, yeah, clearly about stopping and going, right, in the amber light, in the flashing amber light at a pelican crossing. The flashing amber light means give way to pedestrians. Okay, so if it's flashing and no one's there, you can go through. If it's flashing and there is somebody still crossing the road because they need extra time, clearly give way. But there's two ways that are quite common for a student to fail their test for a traffic light, and they are when it's really busy and a student is doing something like a crossroads, right? So they come up to the crossroads and it's all nice and green, all the traffic lights are green, and the student looks across the junction and they can see that it's completely full on the other side of the crossroads, and correctly they stop at the green light because they can't get to the other side of the crossroads. Now this is good whether there's a yellow box or not. You can't get to the other side, so you can't go in, so you're leaving that gap. That's great, no problem. But it's common for the student not to check the light colour when the traffic moves up in front of them. It's almost like they get mesmerised into kind of looking ahead and they're like, ooh, it's moving. And then they move forward to go with traffic when they can see the gap and the light's gone red. That is really, really common. Be very careful of that. I've failed lots of people on mock tests for that, and it's definitely happened on tests, right? It also happens at pedestrian crossings as well. So the student will come up and see that there's traffic on the other side of the pedestrian crossing, and quite cleverly and correctly, they stop before the walkway of the pedestrian crossing to keep it clear for the blind to use the crossing. They keep it clear and they're feeling all good about themselves, and then a pedestrian comes and presses the button. When the traffic then moves in front, the student sometimes can fail to look at the light and it's gone red, and I'm afraid again the examiner can then take over and press on the brakes. So that's one situation that can happen, so be careful with that. Another way that you can fail for traffic lights is at crossroads, big crossroads. Sometimes the left turn has its own light and it's governed by its own light on the left. Then the people in the middle have another separate traffic light for going straight on. And then the people in the right who are turning right have another traffic light for turning right. Be very careful that if you've chosen a specific lane at a crossroads, that you're following the correct light. I've got a memory of a student failing. It's so sad because she was amazing. On her second test, she got no minors. That's how good she was. But unfortunately, her first test, she chose the right-hand lane at a crossroads. And when the traffic on her left was released with a green light for them to go straight on, not left because that was governed by a different system, it was a giveaway, but when the people on her left were allowed to go straight on a green light, she just thought, oh, it's me as well. But actually her lane still had a red light for turning right. Be very, very careful. Make sure that you're checking to see if your light has changed green and the light is for you. Just really be careful, because big crossroads like that are governed by different lights. The lanes are governed by different lights. Be very careful with temporary traffic lights, okay? I've got loads of memories of my students seeing that the temporary traffic light is green, and that's fine. And then they go out like that, which is fine. They go out and they take a position to go past all the roadworks. And then when it changes red, you can't stop once you've taken that position out. That's it. You're committed. You've got to go. Yeah, because if you stop there, that's a mess. I've got a strong memory of teaching somebody a long time ago, and we took a position out to go. We've literally gone on the right like that, and he saw that the traffic light went red, and he stopped, and I said, "You've got to go, we've got to go." And he said, "No, the light's gone red." And I said, we've got to go, because we're on the wrong side of the road. Literally, we're on the wrong side of the road. I said, we must go. And he said, "No, I'm not going to go." And I said, "Seriously, we're going to be in the way here. We need to go." And he was like, "No, I'm not going to go." And I was sat there like, oh God, like, here we go. And we were just sat there, and then this traffic came towards us, and I was like, oh God, okay. And then he had to reverse to the left. It was an absolute mess. That memory still gets me. It's just like, I just sat there. It was just horrendous. So if you've taken a position out, then you're committed. Yeah, you've got to go. The commitment is like being on a railway track. Yeah, if the railway track says it's clear to go, and you go, and then you position on the tracks because you're going through, and then it goes, "Train coming." It's not like you're going to stop there and go, "Oh, better stop now because like train's coming," and you're going to stop on the railway track. Once you've gone so far, you've got to commit, you've got to go through. So it's the same feeling with like a crossroads. When you go in, it's like you're on the railway track. You've got to complete. You've got to get out of there. Yeah, it's really important. Guys, I hope this little mini video helps you, because those are very common things, yeah, to happen. So I hope this video helps you. Good luck with your driving. Keep safe, and go smash that test. Go get it, right? Well done.